Top 100 Scary SCPs.
Item number 2075. Object class Euclid. Special containment procedures. SCP-2075 is to be held in isolation within a containment unit capable of being hermetically sealed when required. Containment unit is to undergo remote decontamination daily or if deemed necessary. SCP-2075 is to be supplied with bottled water and nutrient capsules via a pneumatic tube 3 times a day. All interactions with SCP-2075 are to be done by remote microphone. Observational windows are constructed of laminated ballistics glass. Any damage to the containment cell must be repaired immediately by personnel equipped with level hazmat gear. SCP-2075 are to be terminated via incineration and disposed of per hazardous waste protocols unless authorized for research by Site Director. Biopsies are to be stored within individual cryogenic storage units. SCP-2075 has been contained at Sector G of Biological Containment Site 66 since its transfer from GRU. Division P on ///1991 in wake of the USSR's dissolution. Description: SCP-2075 is currently a 63-year-old Caucasian male formerly known as Alexei Kravchuk, a security guard employed by GRU Division P. SCP-2075 exhales a microbial pathogen capable of extreme neurological alterations. An individual infected by SCP-2075 is classified as SCP-2075 and is considered an extension of SCP-2075. SCP-2075 is able to exert its anomalous effects regardless of distance after initial infection and will maintain control indefinitely unless SCP-2075 is destroyed. Experiments using D-Class have suggested SCP-2075 is able to simultaneously use SCP-2075 as it would its own body. If the primary host is destroyed, the surviving SCP-2075 will become the acting SCP-2075 exhibiting its anomalous pathogen. SCP-2075 is unable to control more than one SCP-2075 at a time. SCP-2075 has shown an eager willingness to communicate with Foundation personnel. SCP-2075 claims to have been born in the year 1204C. Although there exists no records in which to verify its claim, if true then SCP-2075 is estimated to have been 787 years of age at time of its transfer into Foundation custody on SCP-2075 prefers to speak in Russian but has also revealed itself fluent in English, German, and an archaic Uralic language that does not coincide with any modern known variants of the Uralic language family. Subject is literate but has made no request for any literature or writing implements. Interview ///1991. Interviewed SCP-2075. Interviewer Dr. Albert Cronenberg. Forward. First interview with SCP-2075 after its successful transportation and containment at Biological Containment Site 66. Begin log 1306.
Welcome, SCP-2075. I hope that you are comfortable.
Very much so.
Good. I would like to ask you some questions. Please answer truthfully.
Of course. A man of honesty, I'm ask your questions, Doctor.
Noted. First, what's your name? Karcist. Not your birth name, I presume.
It is a title, Doctor, but a truer name I might surrender. The name that once belonged to this face is ill-suiting, no?
Very well. Do you know why you are here?
For same reason Tsars keep me in dungeon. For same reason Stalin experiment. You are afraid, Doctor, much as they were.
Please explain your anomalous nature, if able.
One might as well explain the sun to the moon.
Try me.
When I was small, the church spoke of 2 worlds, one of flesh and one of spirit. This is incorrect. There is no perfection in duality. I learned of the oneness of all. Tell me, what does the color yellow feel like? I know you can state some science, but no words will translate the experience. My nature is much the same. I can show you. Come inside, Doctor.
I think we'll stop here. Thank you for your time.
End log 1309. Interviewed SCP-2075. Interviewer Dr. Albert Cronenberg. Forward. 7th interview with SCP-2075. Conversation to focus on missing GRU Division P reports. Begin log 1413.
When were you first detained? GRU Division P were unable to provide much documentation about you. Said something about a fire in 55?
This was before GRU Division P. Before Lenin, Stalin, or revolution. It was the time of troubles. Yes, I was proselytizing in Novgorod, spreading the good word. A massacre had occurred just 30 years prior, and I could feel the mounds of dead as I walked. Serf, Schlachter, and Boyar. All were pleased to receive me, but not one, dear doctor. I had one detractor.
Please continue.
An archpriest of the Eastern Orthodoxy he was, declared me witch, heretic, and bogomil, of which I was none. Poof! The audacity of that man. He whipped mob into frenzy. Torn to pieces I was. Watched the entire event from afar.
So you say, explain to me your experience.
Do you die if you lose finger? A very humbling experience to observe a piece of yourself destroyed.
An interesting tale, but that was not my question. When were you first contained by GRU Division P?
So impatient you are. I have all the time in the world.
Interviewed. SCP 2075. Interviewer. Dr. Albert Cronenberg. Forward. 43rd interview with SCP 2075. Conversation to focus on missing origin and extent of anomalous abilities. Begin log 1413.
Doctor, always a pleasure.
Yes, of course. I wanted to discuss your abilities.
Ah, dear doctor, we have been over this, have we not?
Have you always been able to control others?
It is a gift, one received long ago, touched by Ion, Grand Carsist of Aditum. I was embraced into the faith.
Yes, I've gathered you have built some superstitions around your ability.
I knew you were heathen from start. You surround yourself with abominable machines, like those who wish to fix what was never broken.
Broken?
Followers of McCain.
Followers of McCain? I take it you are aware of the Church of the Broken God, then?
Very much so. They are anathema.
We will discuss them later, then. Tell me, who is Ion?
Higher Priest of Aditum, the Grand Carsist, our immortal, most beloved father. Perhaps, dear doctor, you shall meet his holiness one day.
What is Aditum?
Aditum, it is a very old city. The way to the promised land can only be accessed through the love and unity of Eon.
I see. I would like to ask you about your anomaly again.
GRU called them meat puppets. They are not puppets. We are united as one.
How does the pathogen work? Are you transferring your consciousness or altering their own to suit your needs?
Dear doctor, you are not very imaginative. Tell me, is finite life worth living? I heard about wife. My heart truly bleeds for you.
This interview is over.
End log 1435. Special containment procedures. As of 2014, SCP 2075 is currently uncontained and its location is unknown. Description. Subject is a Gestalt consciousness currently occupying an unknown number of hosts. Subject exhales a microbial pathogen capable of extreme neurological alterations. Those infected by SCP 2075 are SCP 2075-A and are considered an extension of SCP 2075. Subject is able to exert its anomalous effects regardless of distance after initial infection and will maintain control indefinitely unless SCP 2075-A are destroyed. Site-66 Surveillance 2400. 3 men enter the containment site. They have been identified as Dr. Albert Cronenberg and security personnel Jacob D. Moore and Jonathan Lai. Begin log.
You requested to speak with me. I'm not at your beck and call, SCP 2075.
Yet you come when beckoned.
My patience with you has long since waned. Speak and be quick about it.
I've seen enough of this place. I'll be leaving you now.
Are you threatening a containment breach?
I have long looked over your shoulder. Truth be told, the man you now observe in your cage could leave whenever he wished. I believe you miscalculated the sum of my parts. Tell me, if you caged the limb of an octopus, have you truly caged the octopus? This one has so many arms to spare.
What is this?
My containment. It never truly mattered. I have always been quite free. Turn to the right, doctor. Smile for camera. A message is being sent. An Eon held 6 fingers aloft, and upon their spears did the soldiers impale themselves.
For you! They cried before the blood drowned their tongues, and Eon said, "Now do you see?"
And Nadox wept as more did skewer themselves in Ion's name, for he had seen and now knew the truth of his words.
Security! Security! Security!
Do you see?
Security Officer Lai appears to hold Dr. Cronenberg while Security Officer Mo stabs him in the abdomen with a dagger of ceremonial design, weapon later designated an anomalous object. Video ends abruptly, surveillance camera destroyed. Security personnel were alerted when SCP-2075's containment unit ruptured. An amorphous mass of flesh and bone, considerable in size, destroyed all disabled defense parameters. Sector G was flooded with chlorine trifluoride, eliminating the biological agent. Heavy casualties were suffered, including 56 fatalities. Sector G was deemed a complete loss and is currently being reconstructed. DNA found spread throughout Sector G matched that of Dr. Albert Cronenberg, presumed deceased. Investigation concluded that Jacob D. Moore and Jonathan Lai were both aspects of SCP-2075. Each had over 10 years of exceptional service to the Foundation. It is unknown when they were first linked to subject, but is believed to have occurred prior to joining the Foundation. Partial remains with their DNA, as well as that of subject, were found within Sector G. Due to the true capabilities of SCP-2075, it is now believed to have never been fully contained by GRU Division P or the Foundation. Discovered within Sector G was a ring-shaped object constructed of palladium weighing to 26 kilograms and with a circumference of 22 centimeters. Object is non-anomalous and depicts an Ouroboros believed to be a symbol of religious significance. GR View. Division P personnel associated with original containment have been sought for information about SCP-2075. All were recorded as deceased or missing. We're all meat puppets to some degree. Don't you agree? I've always found success in life thus far by keeping the idiom "never let them know your next move" at the back of my mind. Just because you're the smartest person in the room doesn't mean everyone needs to know that fact. Do you dig me? Comment puppet if you're still here. Thanks for sticking with me to the end. Make sure to like, comment and subscribe. And please ring my little bell. Look at it, it wants you to ring it. Go ahead, give it a little ring. I'll catch you all later. Bye.